world's richest organization. So this is the place from where we operate, and yes, what to say? This is the place where entire team works, and we are a self-sufficient organization. This place is in outskirts of Jaipur. So we have our 24/7 kitchen, and we have 3 chefs. So entire team can eat there anytime. So like if you're working in some nights, we have meals available, and we have 24/7 water, electricity, and we have DG set. So like if there is a power cut from government, our power supply is not interrupted. Plus, because since 2004 we have been working with awareim. As of now, our total 50% of our revenue comes from aware integration, aware consulting services. So say my special thanks to Vlad. He owns 500 square feet of this place. You too, Jeff. Thank you very much. Since 2014, when I joined SoftServ, Jeff put his hands on me, and since then we are connected. Myself and my team, we have made numerous mistakes, but he has never lost his temper on us. Always,
maybe you're being
always supportive. Believe me.
I think it's the other way.
So, see it this way: the first associate who joined us in 2014 when I started is still with us, and that's Ajay. Ajay is there. That is our first associate who joined us when we started in 2014. The first customer whom we acquired in 2014 from Seattle, USA, they are still with us. Second partner whom we acquired is Jeff, and it was way back in 2014, late 2014, and it is 2025 now. 11 long years, and it's not a relation of only love, finances happening, dollars are traversing. So 11 long years, even Corona time, during pandemic, we were paid. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And yeah, so story goes on. 2016, we acquired 2 customers. They are still with us. All are paid ones. So yeah, all are paid ones. And we have done consulting in no rupees for numerous guys, right? Money is not everything. So we don't work with watches. So my entire team does not wear watches. So it is not D&M for us. If you have hired us, we are all for you.
So they take 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah, it's very simple. Our business is software, services, and solutions. So our company name is, from software it is soft, from services it is serve, and literally it has a meaning that we serve with soft heart, we serve with,
It's a form of namaste.
yeah, it's a form of namaste, yeah. So SoftServ solutions, that's all. Let's take a round here. Very costly, it's very expensive. So in this place, in India, I know you have very big cubicles in your country, but in India, at this place, 6 guys sit, 6 developers sit, right? But since God has given us everything, we have good real estate, so everyone has 4 feet 2 inches cubicle. when we were running out of money, we stopped our work, right? So this is how this interior took 4 years. So we started this in 2021 and shifted here recently in December. But we were operational from here. So on the ground floor, we still have our setup. Now we are thinking about utilizing it for our training purposes. So we still have 50-60 seats on ground floor. This is our conference room. Yeah, that's my office. Have a seat. Have a seat. Would you like to have Coke, anything? Please, please.
Thank you.
India, what happens is, everyone is here.
It's
Ranking, yes, ranking system. So earlier, by seeing the style of this turban, you could identify this guy is a landlord, or this guy is a barber, or this guy is a cobbler. By looking the weaving style of this turban, you could identify. In fact, the earrings which I am wearing, it has certain design. So like someone who is into business of hair cutting, his or her earrings are altogether different.
So what are we now?
Okay, so another thing is apologize. So what I do is I just remove it and put it under your feet that I bow to you. My entire respect is in your feet. This is how it is reciprocated. Right? So
At least it's better than the
yeah, why not? Like
Really?
each and every country has those sort of things. And why would I talk about those? I'll talk all positive. Right? So it is that respect. I can remove it and say that I'm all gone, forgiven. Jeff, have a seat, Gordon. Gordon. We have completely moved the strap. Completely. My WhatsApp status for last 11 years has remained self-funded as long as you can. Tiny one. However, now we are gaining popularity, working on some great stuff outside Aware as well. Done some partnership, so we have built application for Panasonic, Blue Dart. In fact, after pandemic. We have completely bootstrapped. Completely. My WhatsApp status for last 11 years has remained self-funded as long as you can. Tiny one. However, now we are gaining popularity, working on some great stuff outside Aware as well. Done some partnership, so we have built application for Panasonic, Blue Dart. In fact, after pandemic, it was developed in this office.
Wow.
But it was some big company got that contract, investment, and I said like, if I will be sold, it's gonna be minimum $100 million. Otherwise, I'm happy with this, right? So there is a limit for everything. I'm very contented that I actually did not deserve it. This is what I think. I started with full honesty, and all the people are very supportive.
We are used for 25 years. Absolutely impossible to build a business on. But awareim, for us to build, you build a business on it, you build a business on it, I build a business on it, we'll build a business on it. It's just like, and with the discussion today, you hunt regularly for alternatives, and you've yet to find one. Nothing comes through. So we have waited a lot to think about it.
He's so humble in his approach. He doesn't actually realize that.
He doesn't realise how good it is, and he's sometimes too humble. Yeah. Sometimes you look at Kanaki when you try to push him to do something he doesn't want to do. You just got to keep coming this way.
This is right.
I'll be back.
Ray, this is a boat.
in your head. Well, I get great joy out of saying that I'm pretty sure this is a bug, right? Pretty sure it is. So I send it off and do a little demo and blah, blah, blah. So I'm pretty sure this is a bug. And when he comes back and say, yeah, it's a bug, I go, yes! There's nothing worse than sending it off and say, no, that's you, there's something wrong with you. So it's very satisfying to find a bug. And there's not many software tools that you would say that to, that it's actually satisfying to find a bug.
But just for you guys developers, I mean, having this, right, it's very hard to see competitors in the same room and no one fighting.
Well,
You know?
I said
Yeah.
in the note, we're all competitors,
No,
but
seriously.
we're not enemies, we're
Yeah,
friends.
but also it's a testimony for me, right? Because I'm just starting, and what you guys are is like saying to me that it is possible here. You know, that's the testimony I'm getting from listening to you and the success stories.
Leo, I'll give you a tip, right? All the other software that people create,
Yeah, it's huge. Yes, it's really appreciate it, seriously, the knowledge. That
so you look at the applications that SoftServ developed, that Cognitive developed,
Yeah.
we've developed. Well, listen, Grandtap is a classic example. If someone was to go and develop that, 3D or some other tool, it would be millions of dollars in development cost and years of development. And same with what we've done with awareim and this stuff. If you actually put dollar numbers on it, on a normal traditional development platform, probably you would never do it. It's too Well, in 2005, they decided they're going to write an ERP system, and the budget was $11 million. And I said, I'll tell you what, give me $5 million, and I'll do it for you, and I'll guarantee to deliver it in 12 months, and I'll be able to retire. And they laughed at me. So I moved out of Australia in 2006, and I watched that project from far, from 2006 all the way through to 2014, when the company got taken over by the Spanish. And it went from 11 million to 20 million to 45 million to 90 million to 150 million, 180 million, 210 million, and it topped out in October 2014 at 240 million. And the new owners came in and said, this is all crap, throw it in the bin. And it just went in the bin and never saw the light of that. 240 million. And the guy presided over it with a promotion. Look at that. It's just, it's nuts, right?
Not that much.
And the thing is, at one stage they had 30 analysts working. 30. That's why it's a fucking There's a really good book. There's a guy called Art Pennington. Art Pennington wrote a book, and the book was called Profit, the Gold Mine in Your IT Department. And the book was centered around magic software. But exactly the same principles apply to awareim. Exactly. In fact, I've spoken to Art about it, and he threatened to rewrite the book with awareim as the theme. But that book is, I actually bought 36 copies of that to give free to people. Project, no matter what size, should have no more than 6 people in the team. Maximum. Maximum. And he's exactly right. You've got any more than 6 people, gonna fail. But I've got a couple. Actually, you can get it online. I should send it around and let you to read it. It's an amazing book. Really, really good.
And we've seen a lot of younger startups coming up with like 3 or 4 guys starting, scaling it up, 4, 5, 6 guys. So yeah, that makes total sense.
Well, look at our business. We've got 2 huge applications, plus a myriad of other ones, and effectively we've done it with 3 people. That's it.
Oh, there are many examples. WhatsApp was built with 12, 15 people.
Second,
WhatsApp was built with 12, 15 people, that's it.
It was a side project.
Yeah, it was a side gig.
Yeah, and they used it internally.
Yeah, I mean,
And then all of a sudden said, let's try it.
well, it's all about mindset and thinking, right?
Yeah. This is my first, actually, while I'm 2 years with SoftServ, seeing this whole competency being well grown within the organization, but I think being here, understanding how passionate you guys are about it. Especially Mark, you've been like, hey, you know what? There is this is a tool which nobody else can bring that kind of speed, velocity. We talk a lot about speed and velocity today, right? But the kind of passion that you brought in, and I think that's the experience over years.
Well,
almost like 10
that wasn't just a where I am though, you know. I got that from the magic. Why I wanted to do the conferences was because we did it in the magic community. And I got so much out of that because I was given so much by all the different people. When I needed help, a hand, someone was there to help. I was just drive an application. To have people you can just call yourself, it's really stuck with this, right? And it's not a case of getting someone to do the work for you. You've done the work, you just need to get over that little hump. When you get that bit of help, it can make a world of difference, right? So as far as I'm concerned, put it out there, just give it all away, help people out, and it comes back to you.
Talking a lot of Indian things. Give it back. Always give it to the people who always come back.
Give it out
The
there.
concept of karma is very much present in the Western society as well.
That's interesting.
Like when I run my businesses, I always thought, before you fire or hire somebody or you take a decision, you always think how I would react in the place of the other person.
Yeah.
So if I can handle it, then you should do it. But if it hurts, think about it again.
The key is got to first time the mistake.
Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But sometimes you have to be ruthless, but not intentionally.
Not reckless.
Not reckless. That's right. That's the word.
Just be kind.
So I want to share a story with the group. I've been developing years, and I got into a conflict, lawsuit, and basically I lost everything, right? And
That's a sad story.
yeah, no, it gets good.
It gets better.
So what I did is I started over with where I am 15 years ago, right? I'm a one-man guy, okay? They stole everything, but it is still this. Where I am gives me the tools to take my brains and make it work. So I developed a system in 1 year, okay, with the help of SoftServ. And we're going to roll out, my clientele is the top 100 florists in the US, which goes from, they do revenues from 10 million to 30 million. You wouldn't think florists do that. These are big florists.
Into flora?
The florists.
Into flora?
Forest.
Interflora?
Florists.
No, no, it's florist, but it's the organisation Interflora.
No, Interflora is an international exchange to get the flowers to Europe. So they're very interested in the product. We're going to roll it out in the next couple of months. One big factor is you're a one-man show. How are you going to support it? And that's what, when I see this, I'm totally confident because I'm going to turn over all of that to SoftServ. They'll pay the maintenance monthly. And they're willing to pay as long as, as it's good service. And it makes me totally confident that we can service anybody. And they're very particular about service. So I feel really, really good about it. And it's going to be big time because it's the best package out there.
Well, the other thing too about awareim, which is amazing, is that anyone who really around, but they can work out what's going on. If you didn't have awareim, you're just a normal thread your type code. Impossible. That's not possible.
Yeah, and it's really about the team at SoftServ. Like you talk about the support mechanism, and you talk about the three people on the team, or 6 people maximum. It's really the team that pulls it all together here. So when we have a team, we interact, but it's the whole group. When you've got layers of bus factor here that you don't have to worry about what if scenario happens. And I think
think is cool is this, is that I learned a lot from SoftServ, but I also learned a lot from Mark, right? And, the different companies, and it's great the sharing that goes on in this community, Like you said, there's competition, but there's a big willingness to impart knowledge, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
I think everybody sees the bigger picture. It's not just a local tent. It's a bigger picture. There's strength in lines. You could imagine if we were pulling against.
Oh, look, I'd love to be aware of to be big as Luke, and they just go on the forum, they never contribute, they just find bits of them, but they don't like them.
If we complete this, it means
We finish.
we are done, right? We have some skill set. To be expert in everything, right? It is impossible. It is impossible. So this piece is missing because.
It's called humility.
Yes. Your glasses. This piece is missing because we really want to be incompleted forever. Aspect is wherever I go. Let's say if I am meeting a new customer, I say, I have infrastructure, I have team, I have all the resources. What I do not have is client, you, right? When I go for hiring, we say we have business, we have clients, we have resources, we have money. What we do not have is you, right? When we go to funders, right? When we go for funding, we say we have client, we have infrastructure, we have team. What we do not have is money. So come and fill this space and make us complete. This is the logic of this club.
That's good.
Glass half full.
Nice half.
All right. Wonderful. Let's go for supper, dinner. All right. Right.
Lovely.
This is walking stick of my grandfather. I always keep it. He left us last year at the age of 100. So I always keep his walking stick as remembrance. So whenever I enter my office, I always pay my tribute to him just because of our forefathers we exist, right? So we need blessings from our forefathers. Yeah.
You're an astronaut as well.
It is a $200 picture. When I went to US in 2007, I went to Kennedy Space Center. They have this astronaut suit with them. You pay them $200 and they click the picture.
Wow. So yes, you're an astronaut, but you just pay for your license.
What I said, give me 3 beer and I'll fly plane, I can fly jet, I can fly everything, right?
Yes.